Hi there. Do you see these beautiful green plants? Well, they're living because of the sunlight, and sunlight is a major factor of photosynthesis and all life on Earth.
So what is photosynthesis, Govind?
Photosynthesis is the process in which plants use the energy of sunlight to convert water and carbon dioxide into oxygen and high-energy sugars.
Oh, really? So what are the processes in photosynthesis, Govind?
Photosynthesis is divided into two processes: light-dependent reactions and the Calvin cycle. Light-dependent reactions take place in the thylakoid membrane. Within the membrane, there are four pieces: photosystem 2, electron transport chain, photosystem 1, and the ATP synthase. Photosynthesis begins when pigments in photosystem 2 absorb light. In photosystem 2, there are a bunch of electrons. Light is absorbed by the chlorophyll and is transferred to these electrons, energizing them. These energized electrons are then passed on to the electron transport chain. The electron transport chain moves the high-energy electrons from photosystem 2 to photosystem 1. Energy is used from the electrons to transport hydrogen ions from the stroma into the thylakoid. In photosystem 1, the electrons are re-energized and they are picked up by an electron carrier called NADP+ to form NADPH. The release of hydrogen ions during water splitting makes the inside of the thylakoid membrane positively charged and the outside negatively charged. The difference in electric charges across the membrane provides the energy to make ATP. ATP synthase is a protein layer that allows hydrogen ions to pass through. In the process of passing through, the hydrogen ions converted to ATP. The Calvin cycle uses ATP and NADPH to produce high-energy sugars. This cycle takes place in the stroma of the chloroplast and does not require light. 6 carbon dioxide molecules from the atmosphere are combined with 6 5-carbon molecules, resulting in 12 3-carbon molecules. The 12 3-carbon molecules are energized using the energy from ATP and NADPH. 2 of the 12 3-carbon molecules are converted to 6-carbon sugars and other compounds. The resulting 10 3-carbon molecules are required to start the next Calvin cycle.
Wouldn't chlorophyll run out of these electrons?
No, the thylakoid membrane provides new electrons to chlorophyll by breaking up water into 2 hydrogen ions and 1 oxygen atom. The oxygen atom is released to the atmosphere and the hydrogen ions are released inside the thylakoid membrane.
What is stroma?
The stroma is the space outside the thylakoid membrane.
Isn't photosystem 2 named wrongly?
No, it gets its name because photosystem 2 was discovered after photosystem 1. Cellular respiration is the process that releases energy by breaking down food molecules in the presence of oxygen. There are 3 processes in cellular respiration: glycolysis, the Krebs cycle, and the electron transport chain. Glycolysis is the process in which 1 molecule of glucose is broken in half, producing 2 molecules of pyruvic acid, which is a 3-carbon compound. There are 2 byproducts: 4 ATP molecules and 2 NADH molecules. During Krebs cycle, also known as the citric acid cycle, pyruvic acid is broken down into carbon dioxide in a series of energy extracting reactions. When pyruvic acid enters the mitochondrion, 1 carbon is removed to form carbon dioxide, and 2 of the 3 carbon atoms are joined to a compound called coenzyme A, producing acetyl-CoA. Acetyl-CoA then adds the 2-carbon acetyl group to a 4-carbon molecule, forming citric acid. The citric acid formed is then broken down into a 4-carbon molecule, and more carbon dioxide is released into the air. Electrons join NAD+ and FAD, which is another electron carrier, forming NADH and FADH2. 1 molecule of ATP is also produced. The electron transport chain uses the high-energy electrons from the Krebs cycle to convert ADP into ATP. The chain transfers high energy electrons from NADH and FADH2. At the end of the chain is an enzyme that combines the electrons with hydrogen ions and oxygen to form water. During electron transfer, hydrogen ions build up in the intramembrane space, making it positively charged, and the other side of the membrane is now negatively charged. Like in photosynthesis, the inner membranes of the mitochondria contain protein spheres called ATP synthesis. As hydrogen ions escape through channels into these proteins, this spinning action binds a low-energy ADP and attaches it to a phosphate, forming high-energy ATP. This ATP molecule is the energy created by cellular respiration. When the body is in intensive exercise, cellular respiration is the main process of getting energy.
Doesn't cellular respiration only occur in plants?
No. Cellular respiration happens in all organisms.
Thank you, Govind. I learned many new things today.